Heather Gill with eXp Realty, and today I have the privilege and honor of talking to Tim Boat. He's the Customer Success Specialist with Forget or Not. Hey, Tim, I appreciate you being on today.
Hey, thank you, Heather. I appreciate you inviting me to speak with you. This is
Yeah.
definitely an awesome privilege.
Well, thank you. Cheers to that. I love it. So I wanted to know more about what y'all are doing. Y'all have got this business called Forgot or Not, and it's a pretty clever concept. And I'd love for you to tell us a little bit more about the business. How'd you get started? Fill us in on all those details.
Definitely. So what we do is we strengthen relationships through gifting. Now, that's a pretty broad term, right? What about gifting? So not only do we go to the mall and pick up a gift, but we also deliver it to you. And with that delivery comes a personalized video that you send to us. And we display that on a 10.5-inch iPad.
Oh,
We also have a camera crew record the whole experience.
okay.
And in the end, we send you a digital copy so you have, a copy for the rest of your life. I don't think we're moving away from the digital era anytime soon.
Right. No, that sounds pretty clever. So it's so in my mind, I think of like singing telegram type of idea. I mean, I don't even know if they do those anymore, probably. So this sounds like this is kind of a step above that in a sense because you're recording it, which I think is super cool.
Definitely. We can't ignore the fact that COVID has kind of interrupted our economy and made us all adapt.
Right.
And definitely a good COVID-friendly, attitude towards giving, and especially for people that are further away, or just older and they necessarily can't say happy birthday to their younger nephew or son or whatever it may be.
Right. No, that's for sure. I mean, social distancing and especially, I mean, like my parents have been, social distancing. I haven't seen them in person in well over a year. I think that's not uncommon with, the older folks. They're distancing, they're taking care of themselves, they're trying to prevent having any problems. So I totally get it. But yeah, I mean, what do you do to celebrate the birthday? I mean, like, for example, my mom had a birthday, so I ordered her, she likes almonds. So I ordered these specific almonds from Amazon and just had them deliver it to her. But I like y'all's idea because y'all could have picked those almonds up, went to her door, got the video. Left it on the door. Y'all do all the protocol stuff, but y'all could have surprised her. And then we could have had that video to replay every Thanksgiving, which might have been fun.
Definitely. And our packages range from what they include, but essentially they include a bundt cake or a sweet of some sort, balloons, and then, you have the personalized video message, a bunch of customer support, and it comes with our own gift that you can, of course, customize. And I think that's the key is all of these packages are customizable because you may only want almonds. Your mom may only want almonds.
Right.
Moms may want a Michael Kors purse, or it varies. So, and I think that's one of the main things that I love about it is that it just fits every shoe.
Right. Yeah, it's like a gifting concierge of sorts. I think that's clever.
Gifting concierge. I'm going to rename my position. Gifting
the grand poobah of gifting concierge. You should have the hat and everything. That'd be great. We have a hat on, but I'm seeing Fred Flintstone in my head. Oh my gosh, I'm totally dating myself. Anyhow, I think this is clever. I think y'all have got a really neat niche. Now, with the services that y'all provide, can you tell us more about like areas and locations and how many stores do y'all have, and like fill us in on some of this?
Definitely. So we generally don't have any brick and mortar stores as of yet. We are expanding into that. But we service the Tampa Bay area, and that's where this started. So Jason, the founder, originally tested and started this idea in that area because he just had a lot of connections, and he went to school down there as well.
Okay.
And then he moved into the Dallas area about I'd say about second quarter of last year, and that's what I came into play, and kicked it off from there. So right now we only do service the Tampa Bay area and the DFW areas. We've done experiences in Georgia and other states, but those are kind of far and few between, just because cost of travel is equated into all that.
Right, right. So it sounds like y'all are you're between Florida and Texas. So in Texas, mainly in the Dallas Fort Worth area, I would assume.
Yes, yeah, pretty
Okay.
much W area for right now. Of course, we're looking to expand further out, and we've even gone as far as Greenville. So
Okay.
be a deterrent, but of course, there's a bunch of other factors that come into play when you're going a further distance.
Right. No, that I mean, hey, gas costs money, so I totally get it. And your time's worth something. So, well, that's cool. So between Tampa and between Dallas, so when it comes to like setting up and scheduling one of these gift drops, if you will, like what would a process of that look like for, like, if I called you up and said, hey, I wanted to send something to my grandma or whatever, like what would that consist of?
Definitely. So the first process, the first step would be, seeing which location you would like that to be delivered to. Whether it's her house, do you want us to surprise her? When she's shopping, going to the store, going to the doctor, even.
Okay.
Um, and then we would choose which gift, or if any gift, that you would like to give her. Because of course it does come with balloons and cards and a small gift from us as well. So if you want any additional gift, of course, we would discuss that. And thirdly, we would make sure we have all the video messages from you and the others. So if you wanted to wish your grandmother a happy birthday along with half of your family, you know, we would need all those videos. And I enjoy that as well, because just seeing others' reactions, and
Right.
that they put into it, and you're like, wow, you haven't seen this person for like 10 years, 15 years, and you're still able to come together through the gift of technology, and the digital age.
No, I love it. And the idea of bringing people together, I think, is pretty amazing. And in this day and age, we're all social media, and we kind of hide behind our keyboards and our phones, and like it's easy to kind of be a little disconnected,
Definitely.
especially with what's going on. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we're supposed to disconnect in a way. So this is a clever idea. I think it's something that's needed in our market, and I'm already thinking of so something I can maybe use you guys for in the future. So got my wheels turning, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, Now, was this business idea born out of a particular event or something, or just Jason was just up one night and it was like, oh, I should do something like this?
Yeah, so that's a fantastic question, and I'm glad you asked that. So originally, this idea started it. Now, keep in mind, at this point, I was not in the picture yet. Um, but he was in the military. This is a veteran-owned business. Um,
Okay.
while being in the military, you're doing the normal military things. You have to be disconnected for a certain time, um,
Right.
and you only get another like privileged amount of time to talk to that loved one. He was married at the time, and so, well, is still currently married, but he said, what else can I send my wife other than flowers and Amazon gifts, which, hey, we all use them and we love them.
Right.
But he just wanted something different. And
Mm.
so he came up with this idea. And through that stemmed, forgot or not, a different experience, and that specializes in people essentially not being able to be in that specific location. So overseas military personnel works perfectly for this.
Right.
Anything of that sort. So the idea was born. He tested it out in Tampa Bay, went fantastic. Fast forward a year later, moved into the DFW area, and we've been here for almost a year now. And I gotta say, it's been going great. We've definitely seen the growth and the attraction of like-minded people.
Well, very good. Well, I love it. I think it's a great concept, but let's get personal here for a minute. We're going to transition.
Oh,
Because I want to know, Tim, with you. So, what is your favorite dessert?
you know what? That's crazy because I don't really even like sweets like that.
Mm.
And
Okay.
not eat a lot of them. However, I would have to say my favorite dessert. This is a tough one. So I'm lactose intolerant slightly,
All right.
but wouldn't be ice cream. I do love some brownies. Some
Mm.
coffee cake is definitely on the list. But I think if I really had to do it, if I had to have one sweet, I would go with some gummy bears. Gummy
All
bears.
right.
That would be my dessert of choice. My last dessert ever. Jelly.
Oh, that's great. I love it. So my kids watch YouTube like crazy, and there's this song called the Gummy Bear Song. And if you haven't heard it, you should just go listen to it because it's crazy. And then they played it on repeat for like probably 2 years. And I
That's
was just like, okay. Anyway, but gummy bears, I love it. Yeah, a good gummy bear can't be beat. And they've come up with some really neat flavors these days.
oh yeah.
So yeah, I love that. So gummy bears is your go-to dessert. I love it. Now, transitioning from that, words of wisdom. So, would you have words of wisdom you'd like to share with us today?
Definitely, and I was going to say our amazing motto. That's what I originally put in that question.
Mm,
But my words of wisdom, I think, on a more serious note, would just be if you have an idea to just follow it. Work it out. It may not be successful, and coming from someone that does multiple things on the entrepreneurship level, it's always a challenge to really envision your idea, but you have to start out small and reading many articles from successful people like Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, for example, and so on. They say the same thing. If you want to start something, you just got to get out there and do it. The big key
right.
differentiator is, between those that have an idea and those that, actually start the idea is just doing it. It's just the action
Right.
of.
No, it's true. So just get out there and get after it. This is what it sounds like. No, those are definitely good words of wisdom. I agree with that 100% because I've heard the saying it's easier to steer a car while it's moving than while it's parked.
I would agree with that based on
Yeah.
the logic.
Right. So no, that's great. I love it. Words of wisdom. So Tim, I appreciate it so much. So y'all heard a little bit about the business, what they offer. I think it's very clever. I think it really fits in. It's very timely with what's going on in our world right now. So if y'all are looking for this kind of solution, gosh, for birthdays, anniversaries, for whatever, just hey, I'm thinking of you. It's a great service for that and anything else you can think of. Just be creative, right? So you can go to their website, which is forgotornot.com. You can also go send them an email at gifts@forgotornot.com. Or you can reach out to them on their business line, which is 214-233-5587. Tim, I appreciate your time so very much this afternoon.
Awesome. I appreciate you having me on here, Heather. Everybody, don't forget about Heather Gale, the best realtor. Let me tell you, she has helped me and continues to help me. And also, I want to leave you with this.
What's
Don't
up?
forget about Forgot or Not, because Forgot or Not won't forget about you.
Ooh, I like. Well, you heard it straight from the man, so don't forget about them because they won't forget about you. I love it. Well, Tim, thank you again so much. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, Heather.